All right, so today I wanted to talk about getting inspired. So, say for example, you want to knit something, you don't know where to start, and you're like, where can I get inspired? Where can I get my stitches, my colors? How will I proceed to design something if I basically have knitting block right now? Well, I have an idea to help you get inspired and to see that knitting projects can be everywhere and you just haven't recognized it yet. Hey everyone, my name is TLK Knitting or Tina, and I'm here to do just a little bit of a segment called Design Inspired. So I'm going to grab a few of my own sweaters from my closet and I'm going to just talk a little bit about my inspiration that I got from these sweaters. So let's just go and see what I have on hand. All right, I'm back. Okay, so what I have here, and actually what I'm wearing right now, I have different styles of sweaters with various patterns and different cable stitches. So we have, right now, we have your stitches, your color combinations, and a little bit of design patterns that you can incorporate into your knitting, whatever you want to knit. So, for example, let's take a simple sweater. Okay? Now, what I am seeing here are different kind of stitches, not only a design, but I'm also seeing that the stitches that can go into like plain knitting. Now, when you're using plain colors, you want to have something with a little more pizzazz to it. So you're trying to figure out what kind of stitches should I start with. Well, here's a great example. If you're a more advanced knitter, you may want to start with various stitch in your work. So you may do like maybe a cable. So say you're designing a scarf and you want it to do your moss stitch. Here's a great example of, I can see moss stitch happening here. Maybe you want a cable and you can mix and match these stitches. Now, if you're a basic knitter and you're not really sure where you want to start, but you want to up your stitches a little bit, we have a stockinette stitch. We have a garter stitch in this sweater. We have a cable stitch. And this is more of a flutter in the stitches here. So there could be, if you have stitch books, you can look for similar stitch patterns here. And you have, I see like a moss stitch style. And then we have the diagonal stitches here, which is good for the fishnet styles or anything that has some kind of stitches that start knitting diagonal left or right. And we have the color green. Now you can start off with forest green, you can start off with lighter colors, but for me right now, I'm seeing forest greens, I'm seeing cables, moss stitches, I'm seeing the fishnet stitch, and other various stitches that I can go and research in one of my knitting books so I can try to decipher where I'm going to start. Here are rib stitches, garter stitches, so I can get excited about it, start planning my design, and get right at it, whatever it is I want to knit. Sweater number 2. We have a lot going on here. So here's again, it's kind of a diamond pattern or a moss stitch. We have various little print stitches. These can be great for socks. We have different colors of browns. Now we're looking more like the 70 colors. So if you want to mimic a poncho with these exact colors, your browns, or if you want to mimic a pattern with a scarf or a beret, a hat, you have so much going on here. You can design anything you want. Like say maybe if you just wanted this diamond, you can use as a border. Or maybe you wanted the diamond and maybe you wanted a little bit of things like this could be the base, and then you can start your diamonds on a scarf and then continue on the pattern. Maybe you want stripes. So you can figure out how to do maybe like little squares. Or you can do your rib stitches. There's your rib stitches again. There's your garter stitches. And then you can mix and match once again these designs, or you can just do plain stripes, and you can have the off-white, and then you can have your browns, the rust colors, anything you want. It's such a great inspiration. Such a great inspiration. And then we have here, your sweater with your whites, your pinks, and your blacks. And we have quite a bit of diamonds happening on this one also too. But you don't have to do diamonds. Like here's a great example to do squares. Here's a great example to just have a border. You need a border for something. Here's a great way to get your borders happening on your hats or your sweaters. And you don't have to have it so complex. You can just take a little strip of this and say, oh, maybe I want to do stars. Maybe I want to do squares. Maybe I want to do circles. And you can sit here and just start pulling designs, stripes, and you know, you can make it as simple as you want, or you can do a scarf and just sit there and mess with the different colors, different coordination, different patterns. If you want it to be a little step further, and start working with more designs and start drawing them, and then start having them come to light with your hat, your scarf, your basic sweater. And these colors are great, the reds and the pinks, and then you can just color combine however you want. And they have some really interesting designs here that you can get inspired with. And then the last sweater design that I wanted to talk to you about is what I'm wearing. I just love the navy and the pink that goes together. These colors are just fabulous also. So I have my stars. So now what I can do is these can be hearts. These can be squares. These can be stars. Like now you can make a scarf or a hat. You can have a hat with just one star. You can grab colors from the other sweaters, or if you like this color combination, you can get inspired to do stripes. You can do whatever you want. It's so great. Now you have a whole bunch of color coordinations, pattern designs that you just didn't know you had. Start drawing, start sketching, mix and match, do your stitches, and there's some inspiration for you right there to get you started. I hope this helped, and I hope to see everyone next time. Happy knitting, everyone, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and please join me on all social media platforms, TLK Knitting. Have a great day, everyone.